Hello, weebs and normies. Welcome to the Anime Club. I'm Graham.
And I'm George.
All right, we are back. It's been a bit of I'm not going to say it's a hiatus, because it wasn't necessarily hiatus, but it's been a minute since
And it wasn't necessarily intentional.
Yeah.
Just busy.
We did a TAC Time, but we're very happy to be back. We're going to try and be a little bit more regular if we can. We'll see, no promises. But we're very excited to get an awesome guest that we've actually heard a lot about from our comments throughout. What was it, George? We were hearing about this
mostly
guest.
ReZero.
It was
a lot of ReZero.
I think a little bit of
yes.
Mashoko Tensei as well. Was it? I think maybe.
Probably. I think you're right.
Could
yes.
be. Yeah, but we've got a great guest lined up here today. We're really excited to talk with him. It's gonna be very fun. A fellow reactor. I think this is our first actual full reactor that we're also having as a TAC
This
Time
is our
guest.
first. Yes.
Oh my God. It's history in the making, everybody. Well, everybody, please give a warm welcome in the comments to our friend Bluest. Hello, Bluest.
Hey. Hello.
Welcome. Bluest, if you could give, for anyone who doesn't know you, which I'm sure is few and far between, can you give a little intro about what kind of content that you make?
Yeah, so my name is Bluest, obviously. Thank you, Graham, for the introduction. I make anime reactions on YouTube, and I've been doing that for about 3.5 years now, something like that. And so, yeah, as you mentioned in the intro there, Mashoko Tensei, ReZero, especially the ReZero ones have been especially popular, so I've been hearing. But
Yeah, for sure.
Mashoko Tensei definitely as well. And I react to a ton of stuff. Seasonals, I'm all over the place. But
Nice.
big anime reactor, and much like y'all. And so, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
That's
Bluest,
good.
how did you get into anime reacting? How did that start? Like, what was the idea, the conception? Why?
So when I began about 3.5 years ago, it starts from many places, but I watched so much React content.
Oh,
I started
really?
anime. So let's begin from the beginning. I started watching anime in 2021. So within the last 5 years. So I'm
Wow.
more
Whoa,
recent.
Okay.
But I went about 2 years without, doing anything. And then I watched so many reactions, and it was kind of this thing where it looked like a lot of fun to do. And I have a lot to say whenever I watch shows that I watch. And so
Relatable.
I used it as an outlet to get that all out there and stuff like that. And but yeah, that's kind of where the conception came from, was that place of just really, number one, loving anime, number two, loving reactions. And so those two things that I love kind of just came together. And one day, funnily enough, on April 1st, April Fool's Day, I posted my very first reaction about 3.5 years ago. So
No
my
way.
channel's beginning is on April Fool's Day.
Dang, it was a
Nice.
joke that became
That's
reality.
awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah, our process. I don't know how much you know about Graham and myself, and anyone who's watched our channel has heard the story a million times. So sorry to sound like a broken record, guys, but Graham, I wasn't into anime whatsoever. I thought anime was absolutely cringe, and if you watched anime, you were equally as cringe. Graham, I met Graham, and right from the rip, he started just getting on my case. Bro, anime is not that lame, dude. Anime is actually fantastic. Anime's got some amazing stories, etc., etc. I blew him off forever. Finally, after getting tired of him harassing me about anime, I agreed to watch Attack on Titan with him. I'm like, I'll do 3 episodes, then he'll shut up about all this, and I can just live my life anime-free in blissful, anime-free life.
That's how it always begins.
Yes. Boy, was I wrong about at least Attack on Titan. There's still some anime things that I don't know if I'll ever be able to overcome, that always they kind of prod my side a little bit, but yeah. So the reason why we decided to start a whole anime reaction thing is because, like you, we also had a lot to say. We just would talk, especially when watching Attack on Titan. It would be like 2-3 in the morning, and we like finished the episode at like 9 p.m. and we were going like frame by frame looking at stuff. It's like, bro, well, what about this? And then it would just spark this whole other thing.
Pull up this episode and let's look at it from like
Yes.
this season or whatever. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it was, and so basically someone said, you guys should do, because we started a game channel before this, and some of the people that would watch our game channels, like, you guys should do like some anime stuff. And we're like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. We're already spending so much time talking about anime. Let's see if we can just put a camera on ourselves and keep doing what we've been doing already.
Yeah.
And I guess the rest is history.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now y'all are here.
Yeah, because we're like the opposite of where you, because we didn't really watch any reaction content at all. So like initially when people were suggesting to do reaction content, we were thinking, well, we don't know the first thing about that. Like, what do you mean? So it's very interesting that we're coming from two different places. That's awesome. I have a personal question, but it's not personal per se, but it's personally from me at least, is I noticed when I was checking out your channel just recently, first of all, congratulations on hitting 19K. That's freaking incredible.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awesome.
It's a road to 20K right now.
Yeah,
nice.
That's freaking awesome. We're on the road to 10K. As a slight aside to that, we're on the road to 10K. And for anyone who doesn't know, when we get to 10K, we made the promise at the very outset of our channel that we were going to watch Nekopara, because that's like George's absolute kryptonite. Are you familiar with Nekopara, Bluest?
Nekopara, I want to say I think I've heard of the
just
series. Yes,
cat girls doing cat girl things. That's about it. It's not really any deeper than that. But George,
speaking of anime things that still, still get to me, is I don't understand the obsession. Like, you know, like if they were just characters, it's like fine, I guess. Like it still wouldn't be my preference, but all right, they're just characters that are there. But there's so many anime, and like Graham and so many of our other viewers, just so many anime people that I know, just fawn over so much these freaking animal human hybrids, as I call them, the hybrids.
It is kind of a staple. You see it all over the place.
Yeah, George's hatred of cat girls and horse girls and etc. aside, I noticed that you were doing, in celebration of your 19K, you were playing Zenless Zone Zero.
Yes,
How
so
did that
that has been something. So I've never been a gacha person. The only gacha game I've ever played was Uma Musume. That's it. That's the only gacha game I've literally ever played.
Okay.
And I just recently hard reset my computer, and so it completely wiped everything, and so I had unlimited storage to go with, because before I had my computer all full, I got videos everywhere, I got games and stuff. And I saw they had recently added Zenless Zone Zero to the Steam store for the first time. That was like their first game they've added to Steam.
Yep.
I downloaded it, booted it up, streamed it on a whim, and I've just been addicted to it since.
Oh, let's go!
3 streams later. And those 3 streams have been possibly my most popular streams I've ever done.
Really?
Like
oh, wow.
The Zenless Zone Zero community is crazy. They're all fantastic.
They're awesome.
And so, yeah, the game's been super fun, and the community engagement has been absolutely insane with those streams. I had planned on streaming it once and then just playing it on my own occasionally, and then what do you know, lo and behold, 3 days in a row I've now streamed it back to back days.
Congrats.
So
yeah, we got, it's kind of a close to our heart kind of thing, because we got our start doing the anime club, doing Zenless Zone Zero,
the game club.
Oh, really?
Sorry, did I say anime club? Yeah, the game club was our kind of, the conception was Zenless Zone Zero. We were really hyped for it. We wanted a game to focus on that was going to get like long-term updates and stuff. So yeah, we got in the very first beta. I remember streaming the first beta it was only like 2 or 3 days it was available. It was so weird. It was a weird beta. And I streamed it like all day, 16 to 18 hours a day. I played it all day.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was on a rough state.
Good game.
Yeah, but it was really fun. And go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm sure it was rough in the beginning, but
it was,
because I keep hearing people talk about how their like immense hatred of TV mode, as they call it.
See, I like TV mode, but it was even more rough than that. You know how like there's certain times of the day where you have to, maybe you do or haven't. Yeah, maybe you've seen that. But like in the beta, the first beta, you couldn't switch the time. So to get to a later time, you had to literally wait IRL time. And there were only quests that would come up. Now, I don't think it was intended to be this way, like from the design perspective, but that's how it works in the beta. Yeah, it was awful. So I literally remember sitting on stream for like 30 minutes just waiting for the time to shift so I could get access to this quest that no one else had done because who was waiting 30 minutes for this nonsense? Yeah. So that aside, Zenless is very close to our heart. It's a game that we kind of grew up on YouTube with a little bit. And I've been playing since day one. I've been playing ever since day one, since it came out. George dropped off because he's kind of sworn off the gacha thing. But it's great.
That's fair. Completely fair.
Yeah, I really love it. I play it every day. And I've loved it ever since. It's just such a great game. It's the perfect game for me. I'm a gameplay first guy. Story or other things can just get out of the way.
Oh, man. The Zenless Zone Zero combat is so satisfying. It is so satisfying.
So
it's been so addicting to play that combat. And that's the crazy coincidence because, I literally just on a whim started that a couple days ago. And
so perfect. Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, streaming Zenless Zone Zero for the first time.
Literally, that is the craziest possible coincidence. But apparently, all the people watching were saying I joined at the perfect time as well because the 2-year anniversary comes up next week, and there's going to be tons of free pulls and all the above. But so I have the worst pull luck known to man. I think I have pulled. I've done. Because you get a bunch of the scroll things pretty easily early in the game, and I've done like 50 to 60 pulls, and I've gotten maybe 2 A characters, and that's it. And the rest have been like W engines and all the other stuff. So it has been rough going for the pulls there.
Yeah, I have the greatest pull luck known to man. All of my friends hate me.
Lucky dog.
Insane.
It's insane.
Yes, it's insane.
That was me with Uma Musume. That was me with Uma Musume. That game I had insane pull luck with that game.
Okay.
But not. I think I used all my luck there, and then now I've lost it all.
So,
oh no!
Did you get into Uma Musume the game before or after you started? I guess the game would have come out after 2021 when you were already into anime then, right?
Yeah, so I only got into Uma Musume, I think it was in the middle of Cinderella Grey Core 1, whenever that was airing.
Okay.
Okay.
And so I started the anime all the way back from Pretty Derby Season 1, and I watched all the way through. I don't think I started playing the game until I was done with Season 2. And then I really hopped on the game. I think I wanted to... I honestly can't remember my logic, but I held back from playing the game for some reason. I say it in my reactions somewhere that are now dead in the water because YouTube, they got big time struck. I was part of the strike-pocalypse for all the Uma Musume videos, and so that whole series has gone off my channel. Entire thing was on the Patreon, but it got absolutely demolished on YouTube. I almost lost my channel because of that. That was a fun time.
Yeah, we've been dealing with the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. We're a little bit, for better or for worse, kind of stubborn when it comes to stuff like that. And we're fighting back as best as we can.
Oh, yeah.
Slow,
yes, it's very slow. It takes forever. And it's just, I don't know. It irks me that somebody can just go in and do that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're doing our best to fight back. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, all our stuff remains up, but we're not done with the season yet, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Shockingly, I made it all the way through the first 2 seasons, and then I posted a singular episode of Road to the Top, and then that got struck. Season 1 got struck, and then I privated everything before they could strike season 2. So I was real close.
That's insane.
Cutting it real close.
Yeah,
but,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I absolutely, it's such a shame because I love that series so much. It is so good. Have y'all watched everything or just Cinderella Grey or?
We've everything up to Cinderella Grey. We're now in, as of time of recording, what is it, like episode?
We're gonna watch
11.
the finale for Core 1 very soon.
Yes,
gotcha.
Yes. Yeah,
Cinderella Grey is fantastic. Yeah, I think if I had to pick a favorite season, I'm rolling with season 2 as my favorite season.
Okay.
Obviously, I mean, as I showed you guys beforehand, I've got my goat Tokai Teo back here on my bookshelf.
You got a figurine too, Graham. You got an Ogre cap.
Yeah, we've got. Hold on. I've got it here. We've got an Ogre cap here. We got an Ogre cap to celebrate the start of Cinderella Grey. Been awesome.
Yeah.
But yes, I do agree though, Bluest, the GOAT is Tokai Teo. Abso-freaking-lutely.
That is my go.
That's
That is
great.
absolutely my go. I love season 2 so much. I think
I
all the
gotta
seasons
put
are good, but
I got to put in a word in for TM Opera O. That's my goat.
I'm with you. I don't know if there's a single character I dislike, to be honest.
True, they do a very
I love
good
all of
job
them.
at making them.
George,
I think they're
all the
all
characters
fantastic.
Is there a single Uma Musume character that you dislike, George?
Oh wait, I do. Yes, Minnie the lady, bro. Frickin' get that character out of here.
She's the one with the mask
bully
and the
in
smiling
season
face
or
all the
in-
time. She's a
yeah,
bit of a gremlin.
in
Maybe I need to
Cinderella
look her up.
Grey.
I'm forget. Oh, okay.
The
Yes, it's
yellow
one of
mask
Oguri's friends
thing.
from
Yes.
Kasamatsu. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
She's gotten better. She's not on my good side, but she has left the bad side. She's in the middle purgatory of just. I can ignore this character safely.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
yes.
I think Uma Musume is. I think. Oh man, I couldn't even pick a top 3 if I wanted to. I would just say Teo's my favorite and leave it at that because I love everybody else so much.
Perfect. That's reasonable. I was going to ask you also who your favorite Zenless Zone Zero character is. I don't know if you've seen all of them yet, or you're kind of like holding back on looking at all the characters, or do you have a favorite yet?
Yeah, I flipped through them because when you pull up the character menu, you can like see all of them.
Okay,
I
yeah.
went through and got like their voice lines, but I haven't really played with all of them yet. Right now, my squad is Anbi, Corin, and Grace. Because I got her as the pity, like the first, you start the game pity S rank that they give you is, and I pulled her, but that's my squad right now because I haven't pulled like anybody else.
Well, Ramiel is coming soon in 3.1, so if you're close to like getting an S rank pity, maybe hold off on pulling any more just for her.
I'm saving all my. I haven't done any of my banner pulls yet. I've only done this regular, like the gray ones, the standard ones. I also see you got a Bang Boo behind you over there. I think is that what that is back there? Yeah. I love them. I love them.
Yes. I got that from going to the Tokyo Game Show and checking out the booth there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's been so
okay,
great.
I gotta ask, what language do you play in?
I play in Japanese,
Voice
of
language.
course. It's the only language.
I also play in Japanese.
course. I can't do anime in English almost ever. The only exception I make is for Dragon Ball Z.
Brother, I'm right there with you. There's something about dubs. Just I can't do it.
I knew you were based, Bluest. I knew it was right to have you on. That's excellent.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There's maybe a few dub clips that I'll enjoy, but I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of a dub ever. I don't think I've ever watched a full episode of a dub ever.
No way. And I only watch a dub clip so that I can appreciate how great the Japanese actually is.
The one people really tried to get me to watch recently was Witch Hat Atelier's dub. People seem to love the dub of that one. They got instead of just like regular English VAs, they reached out. They had people with from all over the place, very famous VAs. They worked really hard on the dub, and so people really liked it.
Might be worth to check out an episode of that just to see what it's like. Yeah.
Yeah, people have said it's more like as opposed to like your typical like anime dub. It's more like a movie of some kind or something like that. Like when they really they delve into the VAs and clearly put a ton of effort into it, which cannot be said for every dub.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
People really wanted us to watch the Kaguya-sama dub. They're like, if you're gonna watch,
people love that dub. Yes.
Yeah. We should maybe check it out at some point. Even if
I've seen clips, I've never watched a full episode of it, but Kaguya-sama, that is my all-time favorite romance right there.
Oh,
that is the only romance we've watched on the channel and the only romance anime I've seen. But it was very good.
It's a fantastic one to start with because that is my favorite. Yes. Putting out a little propaganda for another favorite of mine. Y'all should check out The Dangers in My Heart. People love that one. It has a very loyal fan base.
I've heard of that.
Interesting.
I've heard of that. Okay,
and I'm sure if any people who came and watched my reactions from that series will be very happy that I'm spreading the great word of the show here on here.
The Dangers
that's
in My
a
Heart.
fantastic show.
I'm committing that to memory, as poor as that is. But
I would say that's probably my second favorite, and the only reason it's not better than Kaguya is because I've read the entire Kaguya-sama manga. So
okay.
Interesting.
Which Did y'all watch the 2 recent Kaguya-sama OVAs that they put out? This is
The
a very
recent
important
ones-
question.
The last ones we watched were when she was older, and they kind of flashbacked a bunch, and then the ending was like a teaser for like a time machine kind of thing.
Was it called Stairway to Adulthood?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no! I literally, so one day after when those episodes aired, I went and checked them out because I was like 2 episodes. They skip I think like 120 chapters of the manga in those 2 episodes.
That's so much.
Yeah, I remember seeing some people saying they skipped a lot.
There's
but I didn't know it was
entire
120.
character arcs and giant plot arcs and all the above that are completely slashed. So characters like Ishigami's character arc never got finished. Hayasaka has an entire character arc that never gets adapted, and they just completely cut everything and are doing some like anime original movie finale, which makes no sense because the second half, because where the movie ends is about halfway through the Kaguya-sama manga.
What? Half?
So
Only half?
they basically cut. Yeah, it's effectively the halfway point, and they cut about half of the entire manga out.
Where Stairway to
very
Adulthood ends is halfway through the manga.
No, the ending of Stairway to Adulthood is the end of the manga. That's the
okay.
very end of the Kaguya-sama series.
Before the time skip was the halfway point of the manga.
I see. Yeah,
yes,
the first
movie,
Kiss movie.
The 4-episode like movie thing, that is about the halfway point of the manga.
That's crazy.
And then
Dang.
they completely skip it all to just cut to the
Holy
end.
crap.
I literally, after I saw that, I made an entire, I don't ever do this. I literally sat down in front of my camera and just ranted for like 12 minutes about how bad it was and posted a video of it. It was like the first non-reaction video I think I've like ever done.
That's crazy.
I was so upset.
Did they ever explain
they butchered
why?
my favorite manga. No, I think so. The author Aka Akasaka tried to make a post saying like, this was the plan we had from the start, but it just feels like complete cope that something went wrong along the lines, or apparently I think it's a bunch of bogus, but they the second half of the Kaguya-sama manga has like very mixed reviews, kind of mixed reviews from people, but everybody that I've talked to loves it. And so a lot of people think that instead of just adapting it all, he wanted to throw in some of his favorite bits and then just do retcon or do something for the ending however he wanted for the anime. So it's very bizarre. Aka Akasaka is really good at messing up his endings recently, because I don't know if y'all know about Oshinoko. It's by the same author as Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, we just watched season 1, and that's all we know.
Okay. Yeah, I won't say any details about it. I also don't know myself. The series isn't over. The manga is done, and people really, 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 really don't like it. But the anime is fantastic. The first 3 seasons of the anime might be in my top 10 of all time. It's incredible. Really? It only gets better as it goes. If y'all like season 1, each season gets better.
So
I'm excited for season 2 then.
It's so good. It's
I was reading some comments about that recently. People were saying like the first season's good, but it gets better and better and better. The first episode is just insane. Better. Just totally insane.
Oh yeah. Fun backstory on that one. That was like maybe within my first like 15 videos, and back then I was getting like I started my channel when Oshinoko season 1 was airing for the first time. And that was the first ever video that like took off. I think it has like 14,000 views or something like that. And back then I was getting maybe 50 a video because I had just started.
You were like,
and I was like what?
Yeah, no kidding. Awesome.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Wow,
but that series is the very origin of my channel.
Dang.
Wow, so, that's cool. That's
cool. It was a special place in my heart for that, and I also just love it. It's a fantastic series.
Okay, that's sick.
Now I'm even more excited for season 2. We put out
it's so good.
We have very limited time to put out videos, and so we try when there are live seasons going on, like seasons we're reacting to as they come out, we try and squeeze them in as best we can. But typically we have videos coming out Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday is just whatever we decide to watch, but Tuesday we leave it up to the community to decide. They had picked season 1. Season 2 didn't come back for a pick. I I saw some people saying they assumed that it would. Maybe we got to be clear about how
maybe we should be clear about that.
Tuesday works. But even if it doesn't come back on the Tuesday slot, we'll put it in on the Thursday slot. And I'm excited now to
I'm telling you, it is so worth. It's so good. It's
nice.
so good.
Well,
Every
that's
season
good.
is just better.
Because you know what, Bluest, the weird thing about Oshinoko is I've never seen more hate about a series we've watched than Oshinoko gets. There are people who everyone's saying, or a bunch of people are saying it's fantastic, it's awesome. But I've seen more comments about this series where people are just like, it's the worst, it's awful, I hate it. Yeah. So bizarre.
Not recently.
Very bizarre.
When it was in the running to be voted on last community vote, that's
so
when we
weird.
saw the most amount of people.
I hear nothing but praise for the series, except for manga readers who I just explained the reason why they're not happy. But
strange. So strange. Well, I'm happy to hear that it gets better because it is good right now. I've been enjoying it. So if it only gets better, then that's freaking awesome. So
I mean, I gotta ask y'all. It is. We've had some intense debates in my server about it. Who is best girl?
No, Bluest, you don't know what you've done. You don't know what you've done. And George doesn't even...
trust me, I do. We've had some crazy arguments in my server about this. It is unreal how tense it gets sometimes.
Okay, but here's the problem.
Yes,
Not even George knows. Not even George knows what you've done. Only I know what you've done because
oh no.
I had this plan. Okay, so at time of recording, this is going to be a look behind the curtain now. You've done it, Bluest. You've ruined everything.
Oh no, the curtain's coming down.
At time of recording, because this is going to come out way earlier than even the members are going to see the actual ending to our Oshinoko stuff. But at time of recording, we have seen the finale for Oshinoko. Also, we have not recorded yet. We're going to, after this video we're doing with you, we're going to record the OPED reaction because we always do it at the end of the season. However, in the second last video we did before the finale video, I asked George who Best Girl was, and we had a big kind of debate about who Best Girl is and what it is, and George doesn't care, he doesn't give a frick, and blah blah blah, because George is a normie, he doesn't give a frick about that kind of stuff.
Care less. That's very true.
So I said, by the end of the season, George, you need to decide who Best Girl is, and we're gonna have a debate about it.
That's coming to me now. I have to make a decision about that.
We forgot to talk about it in the finale. And I remembered after the finale, I was like, oh no, what have we done? We forgot. And I said, you know what? It's fine. I'll bring it up in the OPED conversation that we'll have after we watch those. But I was planning to have that conversation then, and it's fine to have it now. However,
if y'all want to have it then, I mean...
But here's the thing. Now I've got to do the reveal right now. So you're getting it all right now, Bluest, because little known to everyone else, I have been preparing for this moment. That in fact, you wouldn't anticipate that I would simp for all three of them with my freaking glow sticks,
he chose
baby.
The all option.
Let's go.
Chose the all option.
Yes. So I had a thought of frick, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy some freaking little glow sticks, and I'm going to have all three of them here so that we can have a little freaking extra thing. Because that was the whole theme of the last episode was the glow sticks. I was like, well, I got to get freaking glow sticks.
Yeah.
But you know what? You yanked it out, Bluest. You blew it.
Apologies. I had no idea it was coming to an end there after we were done.
So yes, that's a great question, Bluest. George, who is Best Girl?
Well, see, the reason we were going to talk about it at the finale is because Graham tried to corner me in a very not sleight of hand way, but taking advantage of the fact that we were recording.
I would never.
And try to corner me into picking Best Girl. And then he continued to every girl that would come on screen. He's like, well, that's Best Girl. And then someone else will come up on screen. No, that's clearly Best Girl right there. So then I try to corner him and have him choose one. And Graham, you can't back out of this and say all three, okay? That feels like cheating. No, props
one
or no,
must
you
be
can't
selected.
do that.
One must be selected, and there is a clear right answer, I will say. There is a clear right answer.
Oh no!
There is Best
Just joking,
Girl,
of course, but there is a
singular.
clear answer.
Yes.
Okay, George. So you tell me, George, who's it gonna be?
Dude, I don't even know, dude.
You can't say
literally. Okay, but just listen. Just hear me out. Okay. After we recorded the finale, then I hit the stop record button.
Okay.
And I closed out OBS.
Okay.
And any thought of best girl or decision, actually, no, sorry, not the finale. It was the second to last episode. Any thought of that just faded away.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I lived in total ignorant bliss for the next few weeks. And now I'm having to think about this again.
And now I brought it all back up. I messed it all up.
Lewis, this is who I have to deal with, okay? And you and me, you can tell from your background, my background, we're otaku. We love anime. We like this stuff. It's cool. It's awesome. Look at George's normie background over there.
It's blank. It's literally blank.
Are you just
Who
like on the
is
couch or
this guy?
something?
Yeah, like,
I'm just at my desk. I've been meaning. I will say this. I've been meaning to put shelves up so I can put up my book collection and just have that in the background. But that's nothing anime related. That's
this
just
guy
my
wants
books.
novels. Oh my gosh, who is this guy? Yeah, no anime figures,
but yes,
no manga.
currently my
it's
background
books.
is all black or blank.
So yes, so this guy's
Yeah,
normie through and through. This is the guy I have to deal with. He doesn't like cat girls. He won't pick best girl. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous.
Listen, I genuinely don't know who to pick. I will say, I'm not gonna hard commit. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Bluest. Sorry, Graham. Sorry, audience.
Oh my
I wish I
gosh.
could genuinely, from my heart of hearts, desire to pick best girl.
This fucking guy.
But who comes to mind, because I really appreciated her little arc in the finale, is the red
Yes!
light.
Wait, the red light.
go.
Wait, hold on.
Red
George
light.
might be confused
Red
here.
light.
Oh, red
Yes.
light.
The red light is
center.
Ruby. Remember?
Red light
It's
is Ruby. White light.
Oh, sorry.
You're
White
thinking
light.
red
Sorry.
hair.
Yeah, red hair. Yeah. Sorry. White light is Ruby. White light. Red light is Ruby. White light is
Kana.
Anima or Kana? Yeah. what
Anima
is it?
Kana. Yeah.
Anima
yeah.
Kana. Okay, both. Yeah. Anima
You've
Kana.
chosen
yes.
correctly, George. You have chosen correctly.
Chose correctly. Jeez Louise. Oh my
Listen,
god.
the reason I say
have
this-
been a Kana defender since I started the series, and like I mentioned, we get into some heated debates in my server about whether it's Akane
Heated.
or
Oh,
Kana.
jeez.
I don't even know how it gets there. We're like just like, you know, lightly talking about anime, having a good time, and then all of a sudden someone brings up like who their favorite is, and just it's just like the
insane.
dam is broken and all the water's coming through and it's not stopping.
Oh,
Well-
boy.
Bluest, I'm glad you're not the only one who gets into heated debates about stuff with random people on the Discord, because at times, not frequently, thankfully, but at times, I also get into heated debates about random freaking garbage that doesn't really even matter, but, you know?
Oh, it happens. It
Sometimes
happens so much.
George doesn't
my
understand.
my yapping goes from the reactions to the Discord
That's
server.
right. That's right. Exactly. George doesn't understand. George admitted recently in our Oshinoko finale, I think it was, that George has not said any mean things to anyone online in his life. And I was just like, excuse, who are you?
I
What
will.
are you?
I will. I mean, it's just. Yeah, I don't know.
Bro?
I don't know.
Is bro
I don't
good?
feel the need to get into it. Listen, I survived the freaking Modern Warfare Halo 2
Oh,
COD
yeah,
lobbies.
that-
okay, so they get
He has
pretty
seen it
insane.
all.
They get pretty insane, and I wouldn't necessarily like vocally interact, but I would be on voice chat and like I would talk and stuff like that. And like, you know, there's nothing anyone can say online that I have not heard already directed either towards me or towards another individual. where I do try and my outlet for that, instead of being vocally in a voice chat where it's like, okay, whatever, the person closes the voice chat and they go on with the rest of the day. No, I try to make it worse. I try to ruin that particular game for them. If I can just single out that person and spawn camp them the rest of the match, bro, that's like victory for me right there.
Crazy, bro.
That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do.
Yeah.
And that, I guarantee you, they will be more irritated about that than any words. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's because they would work for me more. If someone said words to me, I'd be like pretty annoyed, but then I turn it off and it's whatever. But if they spawn camped me that entire match, bro,
yeah,
I would be thinking about that
lose
for a
your
whole freaking
mind.
week, dude. Yes. I'd be so
That's-
mad.
Yeah.
Maybe other people are different. Maybe mean words would affect them more. Maybe I'm just too petty because, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. I try to
But yes.
stay as calm as possible, but you know, sometimes tensions flare up and stuff when you're talking about stuff, and I at best will maybe get a little heated and like passive aggressive, but I try to stay tame whenever it comes to that kind of thing.
I couldn't. I just feel a kinship right now, Bluest. I really try my best to keep it under cool, and most of the time I freaking do, but sometimes
exactly.
Sometimes it just gets that way, and you know what?
Sometimes
I'll be the first to apologize about going too far. So at least I got that going for me. Like, all right, I was too snarky. I was too this. Like, it is what it is. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, things get heated. I always try to make it a point to be like, hey, you know, maybe things got a little out of hand there. It's my bad. Should have calmed down or something like that. But
Bluest, I feel like a non-crazy person now. Thank you. This whole TAC time was worth it for this alone. This is perfect. This is therapeutic.
Listen, you know, I'm not gonna call you out too publicly, Graham, but I remember this time where, and to be fair, in hindsight, I was in the wrong. I'm not gonna get into the details, but I had said something to Graham on a Discord call, kind of committed to some stuff, and then. The words I used were much more committal than I intended them, and I remember them in my head, and I didn't follow through on the commitment. And I will agree now, like I 100% was in the wrong, but then Graham got peeved with me for me, you know, clearly being in the wrong, but I just didn't see it. Like at the time, I was just, I don't know what happened. I literally could not see what I had done wrong, and I was a cool cucumber the whole way through. I remember we were playing Terraria and we were talking about it, and it was just, you know, like I was just, you know, heart rate at you know, at like 80, 90, like totally calm, and Graham's like going on about all this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, whatever was kind of not like whatever isn't like trying to blow him off, but like whatever isn't like, you know, it doesn't matter. It's just whatever, right?
I mean, friends have arguments all the time, and y'all are perfectly fine now.
Had to remove himself from the Discord because he got so angry with me.
Wow.
He's just like, if I don't leave right now, I will like ban this dude and like block him across all like communication channels. So I'm glad you didn't do that, Graham. But yes, and to be fair to Graham, he had every right to be angry. I was clearly in the wrong. I talked to other people about it, and I was like, okay, like, is this... I even talked to my wife. I'm like, this is the situation. Like,
it's a bad guy.
Yes, I'm like,
wow.
Am I in the wrong, or like, am I just not seeing it right? And she's like, oh no, you're definitely in the wrong. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So I apologize to Graham. Obviously, we're in good terms. But that's, you know, like, because, you know, it's very hard to rile me up. So that's why I just don't. I had never said anything to people online. Yeah. It's very hard to rile me up. Like I don't get angry. When I get angry, it's usually because, you know, there's something clearly wrong has happened. But yeah, I don't get angry. And
you know what's clearly wrong? All of your choices for best girl.
Who is it? Okay, let's see.
Okay,
I'm gonna predict the mem.
Here, George, don't do that.
Oh, Frank, did I get it?
Listen, okay? Just listen. I can tell you who it's not, okay? I like Ruby, but it's not Ruby. That's for sure. I'm sorry, Ruby. Okay. You're still up and coming. Okay. You're only half the girl that I was. I was goated, but, you know, Ruby's out, okay? But in my heart, I do struggle, okay? Kana, I've always liked Kana. Kana's been great. But throughout almost the entire show since I saw her, I've been standing Mem pretty hard. Now, I don't have a glow stick for what's her face. I don't even know what I can't remember her name is, but Snake Eyes.
Kane, I think it is.
No, Snake Eyes.
I mean, she's on Idol, so she doesn't have a glow stick.
Yeah, she doesn't have a glow stick.
Yeah, he's talking about the green-eyed.
Yeah, green-eyed girl.
Black hair, long hair.
Green-eyed, black hair. Oh, Frill.
She's
Frill. I think that's what her name is, yeah. So I really like Frill. She's cool. I like her eyes. But
yeah, she got the weird, like, cat eyes.
Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
They're like snake eyes.
Reptile-esque. Yeah, George absolutely hates her. But, you know. We don't take normie opinions around here. So, I don't know. It's very difficult. I was all the way team Mem up until the finale. But like George said...
The finale's really great for Kana.
Man, yes, exactly. The finale was really good for Kana. So I don't know. from a personality, if we're just judging on like how they act, definitely it's Mem. She's the cutest. Yep. She's adorable.
Mem and her 25-year-old self.
Exactly. So she's so cute. I really like Mem. But from like a characterization perspective and like the character progression and whatnot, and the design, Kana's really cute. That I would have to choose maybe Kana. So I don't know. Can I decide? Is it really possible to decide? Can I do like a dual?
Give it a couple more seasons. You still got 2 more seasons. Okay. You still got 2 more seasons. Then you can really finalize it as you go along.
100% fine.
I would say I think the season 1 finale is the first time where I kind of decided I was like, yeah, Kana's best friend.
Okay.
And that has never changed since.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Is I really can't decide. There's still more story to go, so like you said, I don't have to decide. So
corner the normie, force him to take a freaking.
You're the minority here.
That's
what people want to see. People want to see the normie's opinion on the anime. That's what they want to see.
That's right.
But,
very good.
Yeah, we were talking about heated discussions, and I was just thinking about it, and I was like, I mean, it makes sense. You're passionate, you love something so much, you get passionate about it, and sometimes you get a little heated when talking about it because you love it so much. I mean, it makes sense.
100%. It's perfectly said. Well, speaking of passion, I wanted to know why you got into anime, like how that even started. You started kind of late, it sounds like, which is intriguing because I started anime in high school when I thought the anime kids in high school were weirdos. And my friend told me to watch a show called Full Metal Alchemist.
Kids in high school weirdos too.
I didn't start Metal Alchemist.
Really? Okay. So, and I watched it and I thought, whoa, actually anime is so sick. And from then on, it was, the rest is history. But that was like 20 years ago, bro. That was a long time ago.
Old.
I'm an old man, okay? So I'm
Graham,
always
I have a very similar story to yours.
Okay, so I'm so interested in people who come late to anime and what their story is.
So I only started like 5 years ago, which... I don't talk about my age much, but that would have been in high school. I am only a college student right now.
Well, all right, fair enough.
Effectively, I was also one of those people who was like, yeah, anime is weird. How could you like that? And I had really close friends who liked anime and stuff, and I was always like, why do you guys watch that and whatever?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And just the absolute worst. And then
seems to be rather common.
Yeah, it really does.
My cousin and 2 of my friends that I'm still very close with kept trying to get me into anime because I was a big gamer. I gamed all the time, and I gamed with them and such. And so they always tried to tell me to watch anime and stuff like that. And then one day, I don't know if you guys have even heard of this show, but one of my friends comes to me and is like, "Yo, I just watched the show and it was really good. Would you want to sit and call and watch it with me?" And I was like, "Is it an anime?" And he's like, "Yes, it's called Darling in the Franxx." Have you guys ever heard of that show?
Oh, yes.
I've heard it mentioned, but I don't know. I don't know of it.
If you guys know anything about that show, that was my first anime ever. Was Darling in the Franxx. That is about maybe not as much as you can be, but it is a very ecchi show filled with innuendos.
That's why Graham cringes.
All throughout it. To Mecha, the animation is amazing. It is a good show, but it is a very ecchi, very innuendo-filled show. And that was my first ever anime. Wow. I look back on that now and I'm like, why would you make me watch that first? If you're trying to get me into anime, but it was also my buddy's first anime he'd ever seen. And then the other buddy that we watched it with, it's a weird order. He got our other friend to watch it with him, and then they both came to me and asked me to watch it with them. So it was like their third watch of the show at that point.
Wow,
and so I remember we were sitting in Discord, and I was actually like, I wasn't paying that much attention. Like I was kind of being a whatever. I was like playing games off on the side, and then we got a couple episodes in and it started getting good, and I started paying more and more attention, and I was like, hey, this is pretty good. Because like I said, it's very ecchi, and so that's kind of crazy to watch for a first show, but the plot of it and the characters they're really good. And so just don't make me talk about the second half of the show, because that was,
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. No, obviously we don't want any details. I haven't seen it, but I remember when that show came out and it was all the rage. It was super popular. The waifuization of, what was her name?
Zero Two.
That's
Zero Two is possibly one of the most popular anime girls ever.
crazy, bro.
Possibly, and that's
okay.
oh yes, that's why my friend picked up the show, because he had seen videos or like memes about her and stuff,
No
and he was
doubt.
like, might as well check it out, and then
Yep.
and then the rest is history. But
but I heard
so
people freaked out about the ending or something like that, right?
the last fourth to third of the show is egregiously bad. Like egregiously bad.
That sucks.
when the first like 2/3 to 3/4 is amazing.
That's
Like really good.
That's too bad.
That's
that
way
sucks
too
when
bad.
that happens.
Yeah, we'll be
it's really
interested.
bad.
I really want to check that out at some point, because I was already going to watch it back then, and then everyone said it was bad, so I was like, oh, maybe I won't. But now that like we're doing reactions and stuff, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be kind of interesting, I think, to check out and see how it kind of falls.
It would be very interesting to see George's opinion of that
Oh,
show.
yeah.
You're probably used to that stuff. I'm not sure how much he would be.
Yeah, George.
But
I don't think
see.
George has watched very many ecchi-esque anime, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah,
No.
the ones that
No.
are actually like really good are kind of a dime a dozen sometimes.
Yeah,
So-
true. Interesting.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
April
that-
Fools, Graham made me watch what's it called again?
Keijo.
Keijo, yes.
Keijo.
That's the one
It's like-
where
I've heard
it's
of that one.
competitive girls' sports, but instead of like an actual sport, it's slamming each other with their butts and their boobs.
Yes.
I've never heard of that in my life. Sounds
good
insane.
show.
I'm shocked I haven't heard of it.
It's great. You should watch it. It's great. But yeah, we did that for April Fools. It was
Something.
awesome.
Something.
It was great.
That's incredible.
Yes.
But yeah, that
We-
is the origin of how I got into anime, and
Dang.
then I think after that, the next show we tackled was Bunny Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai was I think the
Oh.
next show we
Oh,
watched.
frick.
That
We've
was
watched that.
a great one.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Attack on Titan after that, and
Let's go.
and
Let's
then I just
go.
kind of branched off on my own because
My
we watched all
goat.
three of those shows together.
Okay, that's
So-
sick.
And then after that, I branched off onto my own and started watching a bunch of stuff and got into seasonals and all the above. And then 2 years
Dang.
later, started doing reactions and stuff.
That's
so
cool,
Nice.
dude.
it is
Well,
kind
that's-
of an insane origin story when you really sit back and think about it. Especially if you have seen Darling in the Franxx, it's really insane.
That's crazy. Well, that's cool that you had friends that were willing to sit down with you and watch stuff. I really hate rewatching stuff, but you know, when you got a friend that like you want to show something to, it is really nice to sit
Oh,
down
yeah.
and do that. So that's really cool. You had some
Mhm.
friends to do that with. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite anime now? Is it Uma Musume?
Of all time, or like currently, or just all
Both.
time?
I mean, all time and maybe currently.
Sure. It's hard for me to pick a favorite, so what? Maybe if you can pick a singular favorite, fine. But if not, like your top three, maybe of all time.
Well, the two were mentioned in the very beginning of this what do y'all call this, podcast or TAC Time? What's it called? Is that what it's
Podcast,
called?
whatever.
Conversation.
Podcast, conversation, whatever.
So at the beginning of this, ReZero and Mushoku Tensei were mentioned. Those are probably two in my top 5, top 3 of all time. I think
Okay.
both of
Wow.
those are.
Okay.
I have let me turn this way. That is the entire Mushoku Tensei light novel series 1 through 26.
I was gonna ask about that later, but it's
right there.
dang.
Dang, and a free
That's the
run
entire
there too.
book series.
Looks like.
Oh yeah, I got
Base.
Sasaki and I forget her name now, but that's a great show right there.
Okay.
I've got Tanjiro, Rengoku, Power, Denji, Hinata, Frieren Farron up there at the top. Itadori.
Itadori.
I've got a bunch of junk over here.
You've got Kirito. Is that from Sword Art Online?
oh yeah, Kirito right there. I'm
can't
not like
wait.
the biggest Sword Art Online fan, but I really liked Alicization and Beyond, and like
Okay.
that figure weirdly was on sale for like $15, and I was like, it's a cool figure, so I bought it.
Dang. Yeah, George
But-
has not seen Sword Art Online. I've seen the first couple seasons, but I'm excited to
an
see what
interesting
George
one.
thinks about it because it's such a quintessential anime.
It is really like
Interesting.
one of the biggest anime, but it's also, yeah, I'd say if you can get the first 2 seasons, I have mixed opinions about. Everything after is really, really, really good.
Interesting.
All that stuff is fantastic.
Interesting.
Huh. Okay.
Huh.
Yes,
Okay.
it's kind of
the first couple.
it's absolutely fantastic. I think first half of season 1 is good. Second half we don't talk about the second half. Season 2, first half of season 2 is pretty good. I think season 2 as a whole was just a little boring. Is the only thing for
Okay.
me, but it was fun. But That's its season 2's worst offense. Season 1's second half has a much worse offense, which I won't spoil. But yeah,
okay, interesting. Yeah, I was watching that when it was coming out. I remember originally I was just like, oh, okay, Sword Art Online. Let's see what this is all about, and then it just took off. I was surprised how
it's kind of crazy how big of an impact it's had. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It really blew up. And honestly, if you really think about it, it's not technically, but it is kind of an isekai.
Yeah, kind of.
And so a lot of people call it like, kind of the originator of that idea of like into another world where you're like stuck and can't get out, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's very
interesting. So it was one of the first to do that. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if George knows the whole like premise of SAO. I mean, it's the first episode, like the entire premise of the show. So maybe I won't like divulge it entirely, but
yeah, I've heard like random anime thrown around here. Like I've heard Sword Art Online. You just kind of hear it, just like being on the internet.
Honestly, if you go into the premise, I won't say anything. It's got a pretty good start. But yeah, two of my favorite series of all time: Mushoku Tensei and ReZero. I've got all the books from Mushoku Tensei there because I love that one so much. And then ReZero, especially with season 4, I already really loved it. Season 4 has shot it, continued. It was already in like my top 5, and I think it's now like 1 or 2 probably. It's
wow,
an absolutely phenomenal show.
Dang.
Are y'all caught up with ReZero or
yes, anime only.
Okay. Anime only.
Yeah, anime only.
I also am. I have not read the books for that. I've read the books for Mushoku Tensei. I have not read the books for ReZero.
Interesting.
Okay. Is Mushoku Tensei done like the books?
Yes, this is all. There's 26 volumes right here, and the series is done.
Okay, interesting.
ReZero is ongoing with like an unbelievable like 45 volumes or something like that, if not more. It's kind of insane, and it's supposed to. It's not going to be done for a while longer, apparently.
Crazy,
that's what we hear. And listen, I got to give you props. I watched a couple of your ReZero reactions, and you were rattling off facts that I had forgotten about the show. That I was like, bro, how does this guy remember all this? Your freaking mind is like a sealed vault. You're like, and it's because of XYZ. I was like, oh yeah, I remember hearing about that, but I'd totally forgotten. But yet you remember, dude. Like, so just, I don't have a follow-up question or anything to that. I just want to say congrats.
Thank
like,
you so much.
Good job.
Yeah. I really, when I get into series, I really get into them, and being able to know, it really bothers me when I'm watching a series I really like and I don't remember something that feels important, or it really bothers me when that happens. And so I tend to, it's also just, my brain likes to hyper focus on anime and that's the only, my memory is completely crap everywhere else. Like anime is the only thing I can remember ever. So, but
at least you got that going for you though. Like good job, good job.
Not the only thing, but that's especially why the ReZero reactions get so long, is because I dredge up a bunch of past stuff. I throw out theories and junk all over the place, and so. Yeah, but those are really fun. The ReZero reactions are some of my favorites, just because of how much there is to talk about, and how good the character writing is, how good the plot is, especially for season 4. Oh man, that has been an amazing journey. Like since y'all are caught up, I mean, if I start talking about it, I'm not going to stop, so I'm going to stop myself. But I absolutely love the show and everything about it, and same goes for Mushoku Tensei as well. I think those are probably my 2 favorites.
The memory of a goldfish, and especially when it comes to names, we will have a character introduced, learn their name, and 30 seconds later, who is that guy? What was his name again? We just don't freaking remember anything. We are pretty good at remembering general plot things, though. There are some things we forget here and there, but names is like egregious. It's like famous.
I'm like that in real life. Like it is. I get embarrassed sometimes. I will meet somebody. I will shake their hand. I will say, "Nice to meet you, so and so." I will see them again the next day. Bro, it's gone.
No idea.
And they'll come up to me like, "Hey, George, how's it going?" I'm just like, "No,
I
why
totally
do you remember my name?" Now
I'm horrible with IRL names. Like I said, only thing my memory works for is anime. So that's it. But
terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately, it's a big meme on our channel. And what's the other one? Graham unintentionally lying That's another classic. Me saying something that, yeah, it's like I just say something that like I'm pretty confident this is how it is, blah blah blah, and like when we're going and remembering something from a previous season or previously in a previous episode, and it's just not true. So everyone's like, Graham's lying. How dare Graham lie like this to George? He's just lying. And I was like, what? I'm not lying. A lie.
You're just like, I thought it was true.
Yeah, I thought it was true. You can't lie if I thought what I was saying was true. That's like not what a lie.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, he's unintentionally lying. That's
I'm pretty sure most people meant that as a meme, but yeah.
Yes,
I'm right
it
there
was.
with you. That happens so many times to me too. Yeah,
was
I'll just say
very
something
funny.
that I'm like, I think this is how it went down, and everybody's like, no, that's not how it went down.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, Bluest, because if you have a great memory, which clearly you do, and you're also making mistakes, I don't feel bad at all about making any mistakes.
It happens to the absolute best of us. It
That's
happens to
right,
everybody. Yeah,
exactly.
I'm right
So,
there with you.
That's hilarious. So you have hobbies. You're into anime, obviously, clearly, and you said you were into gaming before you were doing reactions. I am a big gamer, massive gamer. So like I like gaming much more than I like anime, and I really like anime. And so my question to you is, what are some of your all-time GOAT games that you just love?
Let's see. I grew up. I have to put it up there. I don't know if I'd say it's like my favorite of all time, but I grew up on the game Minecraft. I played at like literally as I grew up, literally like that was my game all day, every day.
Sure.
Because I didn't used to have Steam or anything like that until I got a little bit older. So I was Minecraft like since 2012 when the game first came out. I like played it all years and years. But after that, after I've delved into more games and stuff, and I've been doing a lot more story games because I was a big multiplayer game person before I started streaming games, which is what I do a lot more frequently now. When I say frequently, but when I'm able to, it's an excuse for me to play more story games because I don't do that and as much as I want to. And so I would say, have you ever heard of Amori?
Yes,
Amori.
I've heard of Amori. I haven't played it. I don't know much about it, but I've seen like I when I think of Amori, I see that character, the like main character in my head. So yeah,
That is probably my all-time favorite game. I think I can say pretty solidly. I love that game so much. I played through it like 3 separate times. I want to go through and 100% the game at some point, but it is an absolutely incredible game in all regards. It's story, it's characters. It's one of those games where every single little detail you see means something in the grand scheme of things, or is all the above. So I'd probably put that as my number one. I think I'd put Red Dead Redemption 2 up there as well. Absolutely love that game and its story so much.
2 completely different games.
So vastly different games.
That's great.
So what's Amori? What kind of game is that? I've not heard of it.
So
it's like
Mori
RPG
it's a like story-based kind of RPG, pixel graphics, and it has some art in there that's really pretty, but it's very story-based and it's kind of like a turn-based RPG in that regard. And
is it similar to Undertale in any way?
It's kind of. The stories are completely and utterly different, but in the style of game, it's fairly similar. It has its own unique take on turn-based combat, which is the same as Undertale. Undertale has a very unique turn-based combat system. It has its own kind of unique take on that. But yeah, that is probably my I can't I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm keeping my mouth completely shut. It is so worth playing. I cannot recommend it enough. I keep trying to get people into it and they never play it, but
okay, well, because we would love to. We used to do game as you know, we used to do the game channel and stuff like that. We used to do some streaming too. We really love streaming, but I swear we were just so bad at streaming or something because our numbers on streaming on the game club they were not good. They were very bad. But it would be so fun to do like
streaming on YouTube is kind of a rough experience. Yeah.
So, but we would love to do. Man, it would be so fun to get to do like games and stuff and streaming and whatnot. But it's
someday,
one day,
when the anime club.
I know it's like obviously you have to pick and choose like what you want to do for your time and stuff like that. But even if you don't have a ton of viewers, I think it's really worth it because over time people start to see that you're streaming, and then they'll start to
True.
show up more. And like I mentioned, I just randomly did Zenless Zone Zero, and like 3 streams in a row, I was hitting like peak 80 to 100 viewers, which is
frick.
literally like that's never happened ever.
In our game
That
streams.
is literally most streams. Like I've been doing Persona 3 Reload recently,
Okay.
which by the way, don't stream that game. It's so long.
Oh,
I made
no.
it's such a good
jeez.
game. I love it, but I made a mistake streaming it because I have committed to finishing it on stream, and I'm on
no.
like part 24, and it's all the streams are like 4+ hours. It is
The Persona
it's an
game's
insanely long
too long.
JRPG. Yeah,
Way too
they're
long.
insanely long games. It's such a good game, but yeah, it's not worth streaming. But on those streams, I'll have like maybe like 10 viewers a stream, and it's just I mean I
how it
still
goes.
kind of
Do it for fun, for the passion.
yeah,
of it.
I just do it for fun, just because it gives me an excuse to sit there and play games, which I don't do
Sure.
very much anymore
Sure, 100%.
because I'm so involved in doing reactions and stuff. I really don't game as much as I'd maybe like to, and I'm also, like I mentioned, I'm in college as well, so
right,
I've got
right,
that to
busy.
wrap up, and then I work as well outside of that, and so
Sure,
it's kind of it's
sure.
just
Dang,
just a
you're
lot
busy,
going
busy.
on.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
you're busy. You put out a lot of content on your channel, man. I was like, man, this guy, he puts out a lot. Like, good for you.
I try to cover as many seasonals as possible, and that definitely, I'll shout them out here. I have two editors who help me a ton. I do edit some of my stuff, but one of my a longtime friend at this point who joined my channel and started helping me really early on,
Dang.
Xanis, he edited for me when I was maybe only a couple months into like doing reactions, and he offered to help, and just because it's his story to tell, but he has health issues, and so he can't go out, and so it gives him
Sure.
something to do, helping me out and stuff like
Hell
that.
yeah,
So
dude.
and then
Nice.
recently I made the decision to take the plunge and hire a second editor, and so I've been
Dang.
pumping out more than I've ever done, and
Wow.
it definitely helps so much for me to just record more than I've ever done before, because I edited still like 70% up until like literally like I think a week ago is when I hired him.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I was I think it was like a week or two ago. I was still editing 70 to 80% of my stuff, and so that's just it's
lot.
especially with how I do reactions. You've got hour-long at plus videos and going through
That's how
that
we
and
get into them
stuff.
too, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, George.
I was gonna say, because I noticed that you started. If we're gonna talk about GOAT anime favorites, I gotta put Vinland Saga up there for me.
Mhm.
It is, yes, and I see that you recently started.
Yes.
I feel corny because I'll say this every once in a while in certain reactions, and I really I enjoy stories way more when I look at the themes of the story and try and then apply it to my life and like what can I learn from it. And it feels corny doing it because it's like,
No,
this is
that's
just
totally
an anime
fair.
or this is just a book, but at the same time, it's like, well, why would you consume something if you're not going to consume it, properly?
They have
and stuff
themes
like
and
that?
lessons and stuff like that, and
Yes.
taking that away from and using it in your own life is
Yes, yeah,
That makes total
and
sense.
Vinland Saga is one of the few anime that has like genuinely. It hasn't changed how I view things because I feel like I was already on this track, but it has reinforced certain beliefs that I have about the world and about life. And bro, you are in for a treat. If you
it's
like
been fantastic.
similar things like I do, you're gonna absolutely love.
I'm on the YouTube is only on episode 4, but I'm up to episode 12. I finished episode 12
Okay.
yesterday actually. So I'm
Okay.
I'm flying through the series right now. To bring him up again, just because he's a part of this, Xanis, the guy that I mentioned, who's my editor, he has been pushing for me to do this for a long time, and so he also was like, if you do it, let me edit it. I want to edit it. And so
Nice. Thank you, Xanis, for pushing for
I've
that.
given that one to him, and
Dang.
so I've been recording those. And funny story with that one, I watched. It was in the first month of my channel. I started Vinland Saga back then. And
dang.
I watched episodes 1 through 10 all the way back then. And I had a lot going on, and I was very busy, and I wasn't invested into what I'm doing. I was just doing it for fun, and so I didn't have time to keep doing them, and that's why I dropped it. Not because I didn't like it, but I posted like 1 through 6 on my channel, and they each got like 10, 15 views. And I was like, you know what? Let me just do the couple seasonals that I'm able to do right now.
No.
And so I dropped it back then. But that was 3.5 years ago, and I've recently picked it up and been going back through it. And the episodes that I did watch, I remember very little of because it's been so long. But the stuff that I did remember, I've gained an even deeper appreciation for, and the series is absolutely so fantastic. The reaction isn't out on YouTube yet, but maybe a little spoiler. I was crying quite a bit at episode 6. That one messed me up big time. That episode is absolutely fantastic. I don't know how long it's been since either of you watched it, but that's the episode where have both of you seen it before I say something about it?
Before.
Yeah.
Just it be vague though for anyone who hasn't seen the series yet. Maybe they're watching along with you for the first time. Just be vague on what generally happens. Yeah.
So it's the one with the English woman who
Yes.
Delices.
Yes.
Yes.
It's that episode. The ending of that one completely and utterly destroyed me. And then I had already seen it before, and I still got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I already love the show. I've been to, like I said, I've watched episodes up to episode 12, so I'm into territory of stuff that I've never seen, and the rest of the series I've never seen or heard anything about. So it'll be smooth sailing from here on out, and all new stuff that I'm very excited to get to because I've loved it so far. I know season 2 is where everybody is waiting for me to get to, so I'm trying to get there quickly.
Season 2 is goated for completely different reasons, and I'll keep it vague because I don't want to spoil anything. It's my favorite of the two. I really like what the groundwork the season 1 establishes, and then how season 2 builds on that. Chef's kiss, bro. It's so good. You're in for such a treat.
That is exactly what I've heard over and over again. It's like people are like, season 1's good. Season 2, however, is what they love more than anything.
Amazing. It's funny because I feel like I consume anime a little bit differently than I usually do when I watch it on the channel. And now I don't really watch anime outside of the channel anymore because everything's potential content, right? So you can't really do that.
That's exactly the same for me, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like if I had watched... I really liked Vinland Saga season 1 a lot, and I watched it before the channel and without George, and then we watched it together on the channel, and it was great. But I feel like if I had watched season 2 by myself, I don't even know if I would have watched it all the way through. I think I would have dropped it at some point. But I think because of the way that you consume anime when you're doing a reaction, that you've really got to think about it and you really got to focus on it. You start to see things and appreciate things that you maybe wouldn't otherwise. And so it's been such an interesting experience with Vinland Saga Season 2 and other anime that I'm just like, I know that I'm consuming this different. Even I dropped Mushoku Tensei halfway through Season 1 because I was like, this is rubbish. These things shouldn't be happening, blah, 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 blah. And now it's one of my favorite anime of all time because we just watched it again and I took it, we were able to talk about it and think about it. And I said, no, you know what? Okay, all right, fair enough. And the commenters also help a lot. They kind of fill in if my misconception of this or maybe explain something here. And it's just okay, I get it now. So it's really interesting how... And reaction content kind of transforms the way you consume something. It's not something I would have anticipated before we started doing reactions. So I'm going to be really curious to see what your thoughts are on season 2 because, people may have different reactions to it because it's an interesting season. Yeah.
You're absolutely correct because I've kind of entered that mode and I can't leave it anymore. So
Right.
even if I watch something that's not me doing a reaction to it, my brain is so into reaction mindset that how I consume media that way is exactly how I consume everything else at this point, and I kind of can't turn that mode off anymore.
Okay.
But you are correct. I absolutely, because I did Vinland Saga when I first started my channel, and back then I was a lot more quieter. I didn't really yap as much because this is the very beginning and stuff like that. And as I've progressed through my channel, I talk more and more and more and more. And I've also noticed that when I have been watching Vinland Saga, because my reactions back then, I would do double pairing episodes of 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. They were only 30 minutes long, the videos, and now they're an hour each.
Okay, yeah.
And so it's and I have just also felt myself when I'm talking about it and going back and forth in reactions, having such a deeper appreciation for the themes and the storytelling, and like that, you were talking about that, but that's just from Vinland Saga alone is an exact example of how I've changed how I perceive the media that I'm watching over the 3.5 years that it's been since then. So I totally feel you on that, and
Dang,
I fully agree.
Yeah, it's so strange. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know how much more to say on it than that, but it is such an interesting phenomenon. Like just paying attention and like thinking about the characters more really kind of changed my perspective on certain anime, and it's cool to hear that you kind of had a similar experience, because it's just like, I don't know what that switch is, but it's happened now, and yeah, I can't turn it off either. When we watch anime, it's so much more in depth, I think, than it's ever been before.
Yeah, absolutely. I never would have looked at if I did ReZero 3-4 years ago, I never would have had a reaction that cracked almost 2 hours.
Sure.
That never would have been the case.
Yeah.
But
I've always had a tendency to dissect the stories that I consume. But I used to consume, like, I always watched movies and stuff like that, but like I'm doing more anime than books now, but it used to be books. And like, I feel like books are much easier because you don't have to press pause. You can literally just like look up and just like think about what you just really read, and then and then just like keep going, right? But I feel like I had a strong tendency to do that already. I feel like the channel has exponentially made that. Yeah. And like, even for things, because like I used to do probably the same level I do now for things that I really enjoyed. Like if I really liked something, you know, I probably reached the same level of dissection that I do in the channel. But like now, because of the channel, it's just across the board, just like for everything. And so it's changed me too, the way I watch things and interact with them. And I think it's for the better. I think it's way more enjoyable when you do it this way.
Oh, I also have a ton of fun. I think it's the most fun thing in the world, sitting down and really
100%.
analyzing and thinking about it. And that's why I keep doing reactions, and why I'm so into what I do, and I love it so much, is because it's just so fun. I truly love every video that I make, and love doing it down to my core. And so it's just
we're
the best.
enjoying ourselves a lot.
Well, that's actually why we got a whiff of you through our comments, Bluest, is because like we are super yappers. We will yap on our ReZero season. What season was it, George? One of the seasons we were having like 3-hour videos or something.
I probably like season 3.
Yeah, like,
it was brutal, dude. We stopped because we had to go to bed.
Yeah, like,
and like
when that's when the videos would stop, you're like, dude, I gotta go to bed.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. That's how when Graham and I were watching Attack on Titan, that's how it was. But it was like, oh, well, we're still in college, and so we can like, you know,
who
we can like, you know, exactly. But now it's like, bro, I gotta work in the morning. I gotta like get up and like I gotta drive like an hour to work.
He's got a family. He's got a job. He's got things to do now. Yeah, so like we went and we record in the morning for me. So for me, I don't have a job until the evening. So like, it's like no problem. I can talk for the rest of forever, no problem. But George is like, now it's 12 o'clock. Now it's 1 o'clock. Like I gotta go to bed, dude. And so it's like, our ReZero videos only stopped because George was just like, okay, we gotta go, dude.
We gotta cut it off.
But we would just go on and on and on. It's crazy. So people were saying like, through the ReZero and the Mishoko Tensei videos, people were saying, you know who else is similar to what the Game Club is doing is Bluest. He loves to yap on. We're like, okay, this is our guy.
Specific thing. The first comment that got you on my radar was we had theorized something. I don't remember the full context, but the commenter was saying that out of all the reactions they'd seen, you were the one that hit the nail on the head the most about like cracking the code as to what was going on. So again, good job, man. Like you're freaking killing it with those reactions.
Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you, oh, they said it about this. I honestly don't remember.
Yeah.
So I could maybe give you a hint, like, oh, confirmation that you're really close on certain thing. I can't because I forgot what it was. But yes, I remember seeing it. I remember thinking to myself, all right, whoever this Bluest guy is, I gotta find him because he's doing it right.
Yeah,
maybe there's something we can learn from Bluest.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Yeah, well, it's great. It's great that we're all in like a similar mindset. We're enjoying all the reactions and stuff in the same way. It's genuinely awesome. I mean, it's not something that you can kind of relate with lots of people because there's only so many reactors and you only talk to so many. But it's really cool just to like sit down and be like, yes, you understand. We all get it. Like, that's so sick.
You get it. You get it.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
Totally.
Okay, Bluest, I got a question for you. Your
okay.
hottest anime take.
Whew, we're getting spicy here. Okay. I don't know if it's hottest because I've had people agree with me about it, but
frick.
I think I really don't. I tend to like everything. I'm very easily pleased.
Okay.
And so I don't have a lot of hot takes necessarily speaking. But I think Toradora is the worst romance anime I've ever watched.
What?
I don't know what that is. So unfortunately, I can't give feedback on that.
Okay, well,
I've gotten some for that one, but
yeah, George doesn't know what Toradora is, but I watched Toradora. It was one of my first romance animes in high school, back when it came out, when it was new.
Yeah.
I'm not old.
Did we mention we are old?
I don't really remember much of it, but there were a couple things I do remember. I do remember really disliking that the main character was so physically abusive. But I did remember liking the main character a lot because I like those kind of cuter, smaller characters. She was really cute. So she was my favorite character in that show. But other than that, I couldn't tell you if you were right or wrong because I genuinely don't really remember. I was in high school. Who knows? It's probably maybe it aged poorly. But that's interesting. Okay, because it's
if I could think of something we could debate more, then I would. But I really don't have big hot takes necessarily.
Okay.
Necessarily speaking, it's not.
That's fine.
I'm a fairly easily pleased person when it comes to the media that I watch, and there's not a lot of stuff that I dislike. And okay. I'm a little bit of a pivot. Graham, you mentioned that you like Full Metal Alchemist, right?
Yes.
Are you watching Daemons of the Shadow Realm?
Don't even know what that is.
That's a current airing anime, seasonal.
Okay.
It's by the same author as Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, you know what? I've seen a picture of it. Okay. I have not, but I do love that author, and I think they write incredible stuff. Is it a female author? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. And she's just so goated. Full Metal Alchemist was my first anime and one of my favorites. I watched the original and then Brotherhood. I've watched it at least a couple times, but I have not seen that. I would love to watch that. I would love to watch it now.
It's been pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. It's been pretty good. So yeah, people have been suggesting me because of the fact that I'm watching Daemons, but I haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist. They've been like, oh, and now that I'm checking out Vinland Saga, people are like, hey, you're checking out old animes? Hey, you should check out Full Metal Alchemist. You really should. I've heard it's great.
One of the goats.
One of my best friends. It's like his favorite anime of all time, and he's recommended it a lot.
Oh, it's so good.
I've heard it's really, really good. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because you mentioned that earlier, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's a currently airing show, and it's been pretty great so far. It's being done by the same studio that did Full Metal Alchemist as well, which is a Bone Studio. So
what?
It's pretty cool.
Wow, same author and studio? That's crazy. Huh.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but
that is crazy. Wow, that's incredible. Okay, well, we'll put that on the list too then, because we have a big long list of anime, but
it grows
I'm sure I do as well.
Then we can reduce it. Yes.
Yeah. We do 2 videos a week, much to the chagrin of anyone enjoying our content, I'm sure. But what the compromise from the outset of our channel was on Tuesday and Thursday, we're just going to do 2 episodes at least. If we're only going to do 1 video a week or 2 videos a week, and 1 for each series, then we'll at least do 2 episodes. It does, honestly, it's the perfect blend because it's just enough anime for that week that we're not feeling like it wasn't enough, and it helps insulate us to any kind of burnout. And our schedules are really difficult because I'm in Japan, George is in America. We have to line it up perfect. George is incredibly busy because he's got a full family of kids and a wife, and he's got a real job and stuff. I sit here as a single guy who does freelance voice acting, so I'm not that busy. Cool. Yeah, which is great. Thank you. It's very fun. But I'm not as busy, but I don't want to burn out on doing editing either. So it kind of works perfectly. We really have a lot of people supporting us on memberships and stuff too. So it really helps to justify the time out of our day to do the channel and stuff. So it's
Absolutely.
We would love to watch more, man. We would freaking love to watch more, but it's good.
I'm on the very lucky end that I watch so much, and I've been doing so for 5 years, and I've never once felt burnout. And
really, And you put out a lot.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how much I watch, and I've never really got burnout for it. It's always just great shows to watch, and I always love watching it. And it's kind of the factor that I think I would burn out if I watched so much by myself. But doing it with the reactions is another added layer that it's like, this continues to be fun because I'm doing it this way, and I love doing it this way so much. And editing, you have those times where it's really not fun to do, but I honestly I end up having fun editing sometimes, and I'm able to get through it relatively quickly because I edit super simply. I'm not sure how y'all do yours. I have OBS. I have the show on my OBS in the top right, and then like a picture of the show, and it's just one video file with the audio layers, and I just edit on top of that one video file, and that's it. So it's as simple as it comes when it comes to editing, and so I kind of streamline that process the best that I can to help, also because I record so much, so I'm not editing for insane amounts of time during the day.
100%. Yeah, so speaking of which, actually, I was wondering, one thing I definitely wanted to ask you is, what for you is the best part of reacting? What do you think is the thing that makes it the most fun?
That is a great question. I think it would honestly that's a good question. I think it maybe I really think I just have to say everything. I love every facet of doing it. Being able to just unfiltered, just say all my thoughts and everything that I think about what I'm watching, and interact with the community. I love doing that.
Mm-hmm.
People in my Discord will know this. I'm shameless plug, I suppose. Sorry. But,
do it.
But I'm extremely active in there, like all the time. I'm talking to people all the time in there, and I engage with comments on my channel. I try to read almost every single comment I can on everything that I can, and just it's kind of all aspects of it as a whole are super fun. And I think another part of it is I grew up like when YouTube was becoming more popularized slowly but surely, and I have I guess fun fact, I don't know if I've ever said this, I have a YouTube channel that nobody knows exists from when I was like 10. And for like a year or two, I just posted, and there's like 500 videos on that of me as a kid. And so even all the way back,
was it like gaming content, or what kind of content was it? Gaming,
but it wasn't like me using OBS on my computer or something. I would set up my iPad and film my screen through my iPad.
Yes. That's amazing.
So I did that as a kid, and so even funny. Since all the way back then, just doing YouTube and like even the feasible idea that maybe I could do these reactions full time one day. Obviously, I'm not capable of doing that now, but the feasible idea that is something possible is like fulfilling like a childhood dream, because I used to love making those videos all the way back then. And so it's awesome. I think it's a factor of that as a kid that I've kind of always been drawn to making videos and doing that kind of thing ever since I was younger. And then I get to talk about the anime that I love and interact with the community, who are all incredibly nice. I absolutely adore and love my entire community. They're filled with nothing but incredibly nice people, and so they're all awesome. And it's just kind of all these factors added together, and so I'm not sure I could really pick necessarily a favorite one of the process that I love doing, but it kind of everything just adds together, and it all is it's just the best. I just love it.
Dang.
So
That's
I
awesome.
think aside from like the actual like watching anime thing, I think interacting with the community's got to be like right up there with some of my favorite stuff. Thankfully our community as well has been just absolutely fantastic. There's there's really no toxicity, nothing like that. They're nicest people.
They're careful about spoilers and stuff. Like they just dump truck fucking interesting information and facts about the shows that we're watching.
Absolutely.
It's just incredible. It's
crazy. The greatest.
And I told Graham like that I was shocked because I was fully prepared when we started all this, because you've heard a little bit of my derision towards the hybrids. I told Graham that I was like, I know I'm going to get absolutely flamed in the comments for this. People are going to hate me, but you know what? I'm not going to go out there and lie to a bunch of people online. It is what it is. And I literally, almost physically, not literally, but like braced myself for impact when the video started coming out. I'm like, here comes the hate. It's going to come any moment now. And nothing. Like, people obviously disagree with me. That's totally fine. They're welcome to that. But I expected some like, mean, nasty comments that, but nothing. None of that happened. Our community has been absolutely fantastic.
In fact,
sounds like we were both able to cultivate great communities, which is always incredible, and that's so good.
100%. In fact, not only did people freaking not get upset, but recently when George started absolutely hating Minnie the Lady in Cinderella Grey, people thought it was the funniest freaking thing ever. Oh my gosh, dude. The guy's vitriolic. It was brutal.
Listen, you cannot disagree with me that at least in the first few episodes, she deserved it. Now that she's
that
whole
crew when they were trying to untie her shoes and mess her up,
bro.
And
Who does that?
But the whole crew comes around in the end, and they're all her best buds. So
they're tolerable now. Minnie the Lady is tolerable now. Gosh. Yes, I will grant that. But in the beginning, bro, she deserved the hate. She
was pretty bad.
Yes, I love what's her name. Is her name Norn? Norn, the one who's like Norn's a super hyper fangirl now, and she absolutely loves Ogity. Yeah.
No,
I love her.
But come on. Our freaking goat, freaking short hair March, okay? Once March got her short hair, I was just I've seen a vision here. This is incredible.
She's dope as well. I love her. I think Fujimasa March is her name or something like that.
That's right. Yeah. It's so funny, Bluest, because we can freaking go on and on about all these cute anime girls that we like, but George just doesn't get it, dude. It's so weird. We had a conversation in one of our freaking Oshinoko episodes because they were talking about how in the meta of the show, I guess, is they're talking about how like one of the characters has like an airhead personality and she'll be good for an idol. And George literally, you will not believe this. George literally was he paused it, or maybe I paused it or something. I think George paused, but he was like, why would it matter that she's an airhead? Why would that be good that she's an airhead? And I was like, who are you? What do you mean? That's like a great quality for a cute girl to have. What do you mean? Like,
it's also like the people in the masses, and they like when, their idols have like their own little like personalities and that they can like latch on to. It's that kind of thing of like idol nature and culture and stuff like that.
Graham, we had the conversation to end them all, and then we didn't have this conversation again. And I don't know how long it went. It felt like it went on forever. But it was the quintessential 3D versus 2D argument. Clearly, I was on the 3D side.
Yeah.
It's real. It's like an actual thing. Like a person you could potentially meet or something, and Graham was on the 2D side for whatever reason. But we had how long was that conversation, Graham? It was years ago, and it was like, all right, bro, we're gonna hash this out.
Hours.
Graham tried to sway me. It was an immovable force meeting an unstoppable object. Like it was just
I think I landed right in the middle of y'all. I like the best of both worlds.
Object. I messed it up.
You got the best of both worlds, but I mean, as far as media goes, I only consume anime at this point because I'm doing so much for reactions. I don't really watch any other kind of media anymore, like at least as far as TV shows go.
I don't watch things with real people in them. Gross.
No, he's saying that, but he
means
to
watch like K-dramas and stuff recently. People love their like Korean dramas and stuff like that. People have suggested those quite a bit. But you got to take the best of both worlds, and that's my stance on it.
I suppose. Yeah. Well, it's good that you're in the middle. We got me on the one end, George on the other. You're in the middle. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
I'll be the intermediary.
That's right. That's right. Bridge the gap.
I'm going to ask a question to you that I can't ask to George because he won't have an answer for me. But what is your best girl archetype? If you could pick a best girl archetype,
Tsundere.
Tsundere, bro, just blurts that out, no hesitation.
It's kind of a running gag that I really like Tsundere. Okay, it's kind of true.
Okay, see, George,
you got Kana, Karane, Let's go Nino from Quintessential Quintuplets.
Okay.
I could list off more, but I'll stop it there. But
yeah. See, not only could George not list any characters like that on command, but he wouldn't even be able to answer the question. He'd be like, what was it? There was like some Sudu Dere something.
Oh yeah, Tsundere is like one of the only archetype names that I have down. It's like Tsundere, Kudere, and that's like all I've got for you. I like know what the archetypes are, but I don't really know their Japanese, names like the Deres for them all and stuff like that. Because there's a million
Graham
of those.
tried to explain that to me once.
We did it on a stream once. We pulled out a chart.
In one ear, out the
That's
other.
amazing.
Yeah, our
Just lost. He's like drawing lines between them all, being like this one and this one, and
great. It was
in one ear and out the other.
That's right. Yeah, we got the Yanderes and the Kuderes, the Derederes.
Oh,
the
Yandere.
Danderes.
Yes.
We got lots. We got lots. We got all types around here in anime land. It's fantastic. Much to the chagrin of George. How dare you?
Yes,
Speaking of anime land,
I couldn't care less.
Speaking of anime land, you mentioned several times that you live in Japan, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll be going to Japan for about 2.5 weeks at the end of this year.
Oh, nice.
It'll be my first ever vacation trip to Japan, and me and a buddy of mine are going for 2.5 weeks.
Let's go, dude.
That's gonna be.
Are you coming to Tokyo?
Yeah. I'll be in Tokyo for like 5 days, I think.
If it lines up, we gotta freaking hang out. That'd be sick, dude.
Hey. That would be awesome.
I'll help you out if you need anything or whatnot. I'm happy to show you around the sites. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. I've been trying to get George.
Tokyo.
If I meet you in Japan before I meet George, it's gonna be the saddest day. Okay.
I understand. Japan trips are really expensive. I gotta say, like round trip flights are not cheap, and I will say we have found some amazing. If you're gonna go to Japan, pro tip: don't do hotels, do Airbnb.
Sure.
The Airbnbs there are extremely nice and extremely cheap.
Yeah,
they're like fantastic. Me and my buddy have already got all of our days like split out for what we're gonna do, where we're gonna be, and like where we're gonna stay, and we got great deals pretty much everywhere with Airbnbs. But we're gonna be in Tokyo for like 5 days. Kyoto, I think we're only gonna be in for like 2 or 3. And then we're going to be in Osaka for like a week, but we're doing several day trips to some areas around Osaka during that time.
Yep.
Hakone?
And then, going to Hakone?
I don't believe that was on our itinerary, but maybe I'll have to check that out.
Check it out,
because we're still looking for things to do while we're there and stuff.
There you go.
We're still several months out, but
sure.
Yeah. We're going to this place called Nachikatsura. I don't know if you know where that is.
No, I haven't heard.
It's kind of like southeastern a bit, like not like at the farthest south bit of the country, but it's like straight down from Osaka almost.
Okay.
It's this it's kind of up against the ocean. It has like islands that have like their own like ryokans on them and stuff, and so we're going like full traditional Japanese ryokan for a bit of the trip. It's gonna be awesome. But I've occasionally talked about that in my reactions whenever something about like Japan gets brought up, and I'm like, hey, maybe I'll see something about this while I'm there, or something like that. And I had to bring it up after you mentioned you lived there, because I was like, hey, I'm gonna be there soon.
Of course, yeah, that'd be great to meet up. And I'm the worst. So I've been in Japan for almost 8 years now. My Japanese is pretty mediocre, but I've been improving it this year. I've really, really been hammering down. I've been improving it a lot. But I'm the worst Japanese tourist ever, because I just sit in my house all day. Like I've even had people say, like, what is the point of you living in Japan if you just are a recluse and you just sit inside? And I'm just like, yeah, but I'm inside in Japan. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And so
I don't even know if you can say you're a tourist anymore. I mean, you've been there 8 years. You're just a full-time resident. Yeah.
I'll be applying for permanent residency hopefully in a couple of years here. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. My long-term plan is living in Japan, maybe having a family. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But but I don't really travel. I already don't like to travel. So, but just being in Japan, it's great. So if people are like, have you heard of this or been here? And I'm just like, probably not. I probably haven't. I just like being in Japan. I love the people and the culture and the history, the food and the language. It's so peak. Everyone was like, Graham, you're going to go to Japan and it's not going to be like this dream like you think it is. And I was like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe that's fair. But I got to Japan and it's been everything I wanted and more. It's not perfect, but it's freaking awesome. I love Japan. Cannot recommend it enough. 10 out of 10. I won't be going back to Canada, where I'm originally from. I've only been back one time in the 6 years. It was 6 years, and I went back to Canada. It'll probably be another 6 years before I go back, to be honest. So.
Yeah, I'm beyond excited for it. I also don't travel much. This is the first time I think this will be the first flight I've ever taken in my entire life. Will be to Japan.
Wow.
What?
And I'm pretty. Yeah,
It's gonna be like a 12-hour flight, or how long is it?
14.
I think it's 4. Yeah, it's 14.
For
So
your
we're
first
going
one.
from. I won't say the exact airport to dock
Yeah,
myself,
sure.
but
Yeah.
we're going
Yeah.
from an airport. We're going from an airport to LA because LA is the big international airport.
Sure, yep.
And so we're flying from where I live in the States, and then we're going to LA, and then we're taking off from LA to there. So we have a bit of a pit stop on the way. But so we'll be
Sure.
flying a total of like closer to like 16 hours, I think.
Yeah, probably, right?
So,
Mhm.
but there'll be a gap in between of like 2 hours between our flight to LA and then from LA to Japan. So it's like 18 hours total or something like that.
Brutal.
Yeah, and that's
gonna
my
be
first flight
brutal.
ever.
That's
We
crazy,
did.
dude.
Yeah,
Dang.
me and my buddy are both on the taller side, so we did pay like an extra $100 for like leg room,
Smart.
plane seats.
Nice.
Smart.
Yeah, 'cause
Economy Plus or whatever it's called. Yes.
yeah, he's 6'3" and I'm 6 foot, so we did not want to
Oh, dang.
be sitting somewhere where our legs are too tucked together or anything like that. But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm beyond excited for that.
bring a Steam frame or not Steam frame. Oh man, I have Steam frame on the brain. Bring a Steam Deck or something because you're gonna need something to do for
Yeah,
that.
what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to download an anime on Crunchyroll or something, and I'll just binge watch that the whole time. I'll probably
There you
like
go.
I don't know
There you
because
go.
I don't know if I want to bring like something like a Switch or something like that. I will be doing reactions while I'm there, which I don't know if I mentioned
Oh.
before. I'm
Oh,
bringing
dang.
I'm bringing my laptop, and I'm going to record like only the most essential of shows, like the biggest of the big shows.
Sure.
But I'm going to record it on my laptop and whatever Airbnb I'm at the time, and that's going to be an experience. The low
That's
quality
hilarious.
laptop webcam.
That's so funny, dude. That's
Those
a
are
good
gonna be some fun
idea.
reactions.
Dang. Yeah,
But you'll be able to say that you're in Japan during said reaction.
Yep.
So it'll make
And
it
I also
special.
I may
Yes.
be not. Yeah, I don't want to be like a rowdy tourist. I'm gonna be trying to be as respectful as possible. But I do maybe want to do like an IRL stream for like an hour or two one
Sure,
day.
sure.
Is I like wander the streets of like Tokyo or something like that.
yeah,
and
dude.
yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh, that's so
I'm
exciting.
so excited.
I get excited about Japan all over again when people say they're
Oh,
coming.
yeah.
So that's so cool.
Makes total
dude.
sense.
I'm so excited for you. Have you ever thought about living in Japan?
It's definitely something I've considered, but it's more if it has become more of an option recently, because if you're going to go in Japan, everybody at least who knows about the culture knows their work culture isn't the best ever.
Sure.
They have some very exploitative companies and being like corporate is not good and whatever. I could list stuff, but I don't want to dog on the country too badly. But so like I wouldn't want to go live there in that situation if I had to like do one of those jobs. But if I'm doing reactions and
Right.
and it gets to that point, and some places in Japan are pretty cheap to live in.
That's
They have
right.
a lot of they have a surprising amount of vacancies in some places depending
Yep.
on where
Yes.
you go.
Yep.
And so that definitely could be an option in the future for sure.
And the
if I end up
exchange rate
committing
from
to that.
USD to yen right now is crazy.
It's your USD is worth quite a bit there at the moment.
It's
Their yen is probably I think it's like at the lowest it's been in a long time right now.
It's the highest conversion from USD to yen in history, I think. At least as far as I
Yeah,
can see the
dang.
data, it's the highest it's ever been. It's crazy. It's ludicrous.
yeah,
So, well, if you ever
Yeah.
want to frickin' move to Japan, you just let me know. I have firsthand experience. I will help you out. So, as much as my limited knowledge goes. So, that's cool.
Mhm.
Dang.
Yeah, it was so funny because the first Airbnb that we scheduled to go stay in, one of the people, the guy who runs it, like messaged us and was like telling us we had to fill out this form before we go in and make sure we have all our paperwork done and stuff because we're landing and then going straight there. It's the first
Dang,
one in
okay,
Tokyo. And so he's, used to people landing and immediately being like just having landed. And so, and one of the first things he offered to us was he offered to drive us to the Airbnb, tour us around Tokyo.
Dang.
Like
Crazy.
this guy was like the best ever.
Yeah.
Like he's so
Dude.
cool. So we
So
were talking with
great.
him for a bit, but
Japan's the
it's just
best,
yeah.
dude. It's
Every person that we interacted with on Airbnb, because whenever you sign up, it opens a dialogue with them, so you can stay in contact with them. And every single one was like the nicest people that I spoke to.
Crazy. The hospitality in Japan is unmatched. I had a guy just yesterday, actually. I went to, this is like an anti-story of that, but I went to a convenience store just yesterday, and some guy was just like very normal. Like he was just kind of like, okay, you know, here's your money, whatever, blah, 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 blah. But I like immediately was like, oh, that guy was kind of rude. Like, but then I went out and I was like, well, actually, he wasn't rude. He was just like being super normal. He wasn't being like normal. The extra nice.
He wasn't being the extra you're used to. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, frick, Japan is so great, dude. Everyone's so nice. Yeah, it's not. And again, like you said, the work culture thing's not great. I've been thankfully very insulated from that because I do freelance voice acting and a little bit of acting, and so like it doesn't matter. And YouTube is a big help as well. So I've been very insulated from that kind of stuff. But I've heard horror stories, and it's not great in a lot of ways. But you know, and also Japanese people like to stick to the rules, and sometimes it's really freaking annoying that they do that.
Very big sticklers.
But, but it's but as a societal thing, it's really great because it makes a very cohesive society. Everyone's you know helping each other out in one way or another. It's just great. I can't say enough good things about Japan. It literally is the goated freaking country. So.
I'm so beyond excited for that trip, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I'll get there someday, Graham. It's harder to travel with kids, much harder.
Oh,
and maybe I'll go myself. Maybe we'll see.
Yes,
but
I won't. I don't want to. Go
Here's
ahead
Here's the thing. My wife would kill me if I went to Japan by myself. She's like, maybe in like future trips after we've already gone together at least once, she'll be much more okay with that. But for the first trip to Japan, she has to tag along with, and then like, what do you do with the kids? And anyways, I don't need to get into all that right now. But
of course, It's a long planning process when you got a family.
Yes, but I will make my way over there. I've had it in my long time for a long time to like hike Mount Fuji. That was before I knew, you know, more. This was a very, I guess, normie knowledge of Japan, right? It's just like the natural wonders and stuff like that. But I've had it for a goal for forever, and I plan on fulfilling that goal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, bucket list goal. But I really want to go to because we'll be there. The time is over New Year's. I want to go to like a New Year's festival. And stuff like that. I really want to go to like a shrine and do like a New Year's shrine visit and stuff like that. That's something I'm super excited for to do.
Yeah.
So
there's so many people that go to shrines on New Year's. You're gonna be here for New Year's. That's crazy, dude. That's awesome.
I really want to get like as much involved in the culture as I can, which is why we're going to like a ryokan as well at some point. And we won't be doing it on this trip, but I know I'll be going back, you know, maybe some years down the line. And I would actually just go like be in like the countryside or something for a little while and just kind of see and view all the countrysides out there and how they live, and just take a trip purely for something like that. And
nice.
So
it's just a country that, like, because I'm so into anime, it's just like I want to see more of their culture and really be there and be in it all. And you mentioned not being great at Japanese. I also am not, but I'm trying to learn at least a little bit of conversational Japanese before I go. So I know the bare minimum of like, speaking to people when I'm ordering or just other stuff like that. And you know, a lot of time I've heard when you're trying to, because they throw in a lot of English words when they speak. It's a very integral part of their country. Yeah, and so what you can do a lot of times is, you know, if you don't know what a Japanese word is, you say like, I forget the phrase now, but you like ask them what this English word is in Japanese, and then they'll help you like make your sentences. And especially in those bigger cities, we'll probably struggle more when we go to a very countryside place like Nachikatsura or maybe Osaka's a pretty big city, but maybe even in a place like Osaka or something like that. But the places like Tokyo will definitely be a good place to kind of enter, because everything is very tourist, and they like know tourists are there and are aware of that.
Yeah. It's
I feel like I'm probably gonna have to have my phone out with like the translator thing on it whenever I go to these more like country areas, trying to read like, what is this? Do
you have a plan for data and stuff like that for your phone and whatnot?
Yeah, we're getting to all that pretty much. We kind of got the plane tickets and where we're going to be and stuff like that, and we're ironing out those smaller details as we go now. And so Yeah, we're working through all that, and we'll have all that figured out before we take off here in a few months. But
that's great.
Nice.
We do live streams for the Tokyo Game Show every year in September, and so every year I've tried to yank George over here so we can do a double stream. But you can tell how it's been going so far, basically.
Listen, I will make my way there. I will be there one of these
before you
years.
become a grandpa or after.
Unknown. We will see.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It'll be within this century, hopefully.
Yes. No, it really is in the plans. Like, I want to go there sooner rather than later. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Bluest, I'd have a question for you. I've noticed you have a luxuriously nice, deep voice. And so I do voice acting. And I thought, you know what? This guy could probably do some voice acting. Have you ever considered doing voice acting?
I had I mean, you brought it up yourself. The amount of people who tell me that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm bringing him up for the billionth time, but my editor's in is because he's a good friend of mine. I talk to him all the time, but he likes to call my voice a whale voice. That's what he calls it.
Whale voice.
He said it sounds like a whale. But I have thought about it. I actually did like one trial run thing for some like guy who had like maybe 10 subs, but he just like joined my server and was like making some like stop motion thing that he was just, he reached out and be like, I can't pay you anything, but like if you just want to do this for fun. And I was like, sure. But that's probably the only thing I've ever done, and I just don't know really how to step my foot into that industry at all. Like I don't really.
Got someone right here.
Hi, it's me, Graham. I do voice acting. Well, the best thing to do is to just realize that literally nobody's good at the start. And the only way to get better, I mean, if you look back at your early videos and you look back at your videos, or you look at your videos now, right? There's a logical progression and stuff. So same thing happens in voice acting. The best way to start is just to do stuff, just to get content out and practice. And, the best I did back when I started, I did some Fire Emblem Heroes fan subbing for like comics and stuff like that, and some of the like in-game comics and whatnot. And it was rough. It was rough, but it was fun. And you're a fan and you're just doing fan dubs. And so who cares, right? And so, you just start doing that, and you could build up a portfolio of maybe ones that like, oh, you know what? I really nailed it on this one. I'm going to keep that. You can make a demo reel. And so then you can have like, you slowly build up some skills and some material. And then you start looking for maybe some paid gigs here or there. In Japan, I'm part of like a couple agencies that help me find freelance work and stuff. So, but if you have some stuff just to throw at somebody and just be like, okay, look what I can do, then they'll go, okay, good enough. Give me a sample of X, Y, or Z. And then all of a sudden, it's kind of like before you know it, you're just doing voice acting for real. And you're just like, what? I'm a real voice actor. Like, this is so weird. Like, I'm not famous at all. I'm not big. I'm not the best. Certainly not. I'm an amateur professional, if you could say. But like, you just, before I knew it, I was just doing voice acting. And I was like, I guess I'm a voice. Because people would ask me, like, what do you do? And I was like, I guess I do voice acting now. This is very strange to say. Yeah, it's so strange. But it just kind of happens. Yeah. It's less mystical than it appears from the outside. Once you're on the inside, you go, oh, this is just like a normal thing now. Like, it's not that crazy. Yeah. So
I've had people recommend and tell me that they would love just listening to me like read an audiobook or something.
Sure,
like,
that's a great avenue.
I just read a book, and I've had people say they would love hearing that because I guess. I suppose the voice works.
Sure, no, it's great.
It's very distinct. Unique. Like, legitimately, it is very, very
I know there's not many who sound like I do. I'm very aware. The amount of comments I get where people think I'm like either bass boosting my mic or I've got a voice changer on, or I get comments like that all the time. I think I got one today on one of my Vinland Saga reactions where someone was like, I don't remember the exact comment. It was like, do you think you'll get more views if you bass boost your voice? And I was
That's hilarious. What?
Yeah. So I get comments all the time. People being like, is your voice real? Like, you're definitely, using a voice changer. And I'm like, nope, I just sound like this, man. This is just how it's happened.
That's so funny. My natural speaking voice is a lot lower than my speaking voice. But I just I just am so excited to speak and get the words out that my voice just gets higher and I just got to speak. And
when I'm in reactions and stuff, my voice is going pitches all over the place, and I'm like reacting to whatever's going on. And when I'm just out here like having a conversation, it's pretty tame and stuff like that. But I can hit those higher octaves if I really try.
Sure, that's great. That's so funny, dude. Well,
that's so funny that you brought that up because I've heard that before, and so awesome. If that's what you got to do, maybe I'll have to start looking into that because
give it a shot.
It does sound really fun. I think it could be a really fun thing to do. My biggest thing would just be getting over the embarrassment, I suppose, of like you're really having to put on a character, and especially if you were to ever get to the level where you're like doing it in the studio and there's people there, and it's just something you gotta kind of get over.
It's actually awesome that you said that because it's a very common and natural thing that voice actors experience at the start, myself included. And it's not something that and it's such a small window that you experience that, you get over it very quickly, but it is hard. It's like a difficult thing to push through initially. And so, but it's such a brief window that it's not really talked about a lot, but it's definitely a thing that happens. So you kind of, and you can't, in order to get the best voices, you have to just abandon that completely. You got to dive into that character and just be like, it's going to be embarrassing maybe, but once you get past it, you really start getting into it. And it's so fun. It's really great. I did, speaking of like being really difficult, it's a fun, but it's a difficult job because I did, one of the character voices I did was in Pal World. I did one of the characters in Pal World.
Oh, really?
And I remember like being in the booth after, and it was like, it's hot in the booth, but like, I'm exhausted. This is like a lot of grunting and energy, and you need to make it sound convincing, and just, it's tough, man. It's such a cool job, though. It's really, really cool. So
yeah, that's so cool that you did Pal World. I was tempted to get it recently because they finally dropped a full 1.0 version of the game, and I never played it before, but that's really cool to hear, man.
Yeah, thanks.
If you go in the character creator, one of the voices there is Graham, one of the male voices. I want to say it's been forever, and I played it because I was going to say
like an
it's
NPC. You're like one of the creator character voices.
So actually, I didn't even remember until you asked me that. But yeah, actually, I did character voice. I think it's 4. I think you'll know.
I think it is. Yes.
You'll go. Oh, that's
I played Pal World. Like I wanted to try it out, but a big motivation was because you were one of the voices.
But I also did 1 or 2 of the bosses because you do sometimes in certain cases they have several of the bosses, but I know I did at least 1, possibly 2 of the boss voices. It's been a long time since I recorded, but I did the Giovanni-esque kind of guy. I can't remember what his name is now, but he was like a Giovanni if you ever know Pokemon. He's kind of a Giovanni-esque character. He's kind of like a thug boss kind of dude, like a
mafia boss,
mafia type. That's kinda, right. Yeah. So I did his voice as well. I don't know if they still have it, if they replaced it. Sometimes that just happens because it was in early access and stuff. But I know my character voice is still there. At least I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah. That's one of my claims to fame. So
you were part of a project that went head to head with Nintendo and won.
That's right. Yeah, true. Yeah, I remember
head to head and actually won.
Yeah, even before also, it was a thing.
To glaze Graham a little bit more, I think it's Chocobo Racing.
Chocobo Racing GP. I did the trailer.
I think I've heard of that.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
That game. Yeah. I put on my best Nintendo Direct-esque kind of voice, and it was a good time. Yeah. So, yeah, I've done a couple things here and there. It's very fun. It's awesome. Voice acting so cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, guys, believe it or not, we're almost up to 2 hours here.
Oh, wow.
Lewis, we don't want to take too much of your time, but time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah,
we definitely have to do this again.
Oh, for sure. We probably could have sat here and talked for several hours and kept going.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is fantastic, y'all. Yeah, I'd love to come back again.
Yeah, unfortunately, Graham and I have some couple things to record after this, so
of course.
We gotta cut it when we
George
can.
George is going to be a sleepy boy soon, so we can't record too late.
Gotta get that OPED reaction out of the way, which have fun with it. The Oshinoko openings and endings are all fantastic. They're all great.
Yes. And here's the thing about kids. Doesn't matter if you go to bed at 9 p.m. or if you go to bed at 3 a.m., they will be up at the same time, waking you up in the morning. So take the
you don't really get to decide when you wake up anymore.
Yes, exactly. But thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us.
Of
Is there
course.
anything you want us to highlight? Any shout outs? Any more plugs that you want to do? Feel free.
No, I mean,
we'll
this
put
is-
your channel in the description, although it might be in the collab too. You know?
It'll probably be the collab thing. But
Yes.
yeah, no. I got nothing else. My YouTube is really my only thing I have. I don't have other social medias that attach to the channel, so channel's about all I got. And I had a fantastic time, y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me on. This is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very
Thank
much,
you.
Bluest.
And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.
Everybody.
Take care.